Morning everyone, how are you all? I think you all are fine. I am Rasvirendran Das, working as PG science teacher in Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya Jijumra Sambalpur. Today I will start a new topic for you all, that is body movement. How our body moves from one place to another place. What is the mechanism behind which makes our body for its movement? We will learn in this class. So, we will divide the whole chapter into four small videos. In each video, we learn a separate topic. So, in the first video, we learn about different type of joints that are present in our body and how it works. In the second video, the first one, different type of joints, different. What is your copy? Different type of joints that are present in human body. In the second class, we learn about the skeletal system of human body and how it works. What are the bones that are present inside it? Which one is the largest bone? Which one is the smallest bone? The number of bones that are present in a baby and the number of bones that are present in an adult form. That will be learned in the second class. So it will be human skeletal system. The heading of their topic will be human skeletal system. Then, after finishing two videos, we will move to the third one. It will consist of the functioning of muscle, how muscle contract, how muscle relax, what makes us move from one place to another place, how muscle work together with the skeletal system or skeletons. That is will learn in that video. So that heading will be the muscle contraction. Muscle contraction. After that, we will move to the last video, that is the most important one, how different organisms move from one place to another place. How the smallest organism like amoeba moves and the largest organism of the most developed organism like human moves from one place to another place. What mechanism helps the birds to fly in the sky and what is the mechanism which makes the fishes to move inside the water. That will be learned in that video. So, the heading of that video will be body movement of different organisms. Different organisms. They will be learned in that video. So these are the four topics that will be discussed in this chapter. And after finishing this, we will discuss some questions on the basis of these four topics. So let's start the first video, that is the different type of joints. So our body moves from one place to another place. How it is possible? What makes this movement? So before knowing that, we should know that what is movement, what is locomotion. Whenever our body or a part of our body changes its position with respect to time, that is called movement. If I am holding this my hand here and I am moving my hand to here, this is also movement because at a time this is here and after some time this is here. So changing a position with respect to time is called movement. And what is locomotion? Changing a position of the whole body from one position to another position with respect to time is called locomotion. If the whole body is moving, that is locomotion. And if a part of that body is moving, that is called movement. I am moving my hands like this, this is the movement. But if I am walking or running, this is called locomotion. There is a small difference between the movement and locomotion. For this movement, our body needs to have different type of joints of the bones and a skeletal structure. The framework should be there which will support our body for this movement. So this framework is called structure of bones, that is called skeletal system. And different type of bones are joined together in this system. So they have different joints. So what are they? They will be in the chapter. So there are four types of joints. There are mainly four types of joints. Number one is your pivotal joint. Number two is your hinge joint. Number three is ball and socket joint. And number four is your fixed joint. There are four types of joints. Please note in your copy. The heading is different type of joints. There are four types of joints that are present in human body. Number one is your pivotal joint. Pivotal joint. Pivotal joint is placed in the neck. Number two is ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint. Number three is hinge joint. Hinge joint. You all have seen the hinge joint that is present in our gates, the doors of our home. Whenever we are opening there, it will open one side, that is called hinge. That type is called hinge joint. Number four is fixed joint, that is present in our brain. So, four type of joints are there. Number one is pivotal joint. Number two is ball and socket joint, like ball and socket. That is present in your bicycle also, that type of joint. Third one is hinge joint, that is present in the door. If it is opening to one side, there are some doors which can be opened to both sides. They are not considered in the hinge. Hinge will open to only one side. And the fourth one is your fixed joint, that is immovable joint, that never moves. Like the joints that are present in our skull, it never moves. That type of joint is called your fixed joint. Now come to the pivotal joint. What is pivotal joint? It is the joint which attach our head with the neck. The joint that is present here, the neck and head, is called pivotal joint. So, first write down the location, joint between neck and head. Neck and head. It is a joint that is present between our neck and head. It's called pivotal joint. So you can see in your own that your head can move from front back. It can move from front back. It can move from right left. So this type of joint allows the movement of body in the left or right direction, or in the front or in the back. But it cannot be moved in the 360 degree. It cannot move. We cannot see the things which are present exactly behind me. So it cannot move in the 360 direction. So write down the movement possible in left or right, front or back. You can move body in the left or right direction, or in the front or back direction. It does not move in 360 rotation. 360 rotation is not possible. It's not possible. But if one organism, the 360 rotation is there also. It is the owl. Owl can rotate its head to 360 degrees. So this type, another type, this is a different type of mechanism there. We will learn in the higher class. This is about the pivotal joint. I think you all have understood the pivotal joint. So what are the main points of pivotal joint? Number one, it is present between the neck and head. It cannot rotate 360 degrees. It can rotate front, back, left, right. In this direction, it can move our head. So now we are going to start the second type of joint that is present in our skeletal system, that is ball and socket joint, and how it will work. So what is ball and socket joint? If two bones. So now we learn about the second type of joint that is present in our body, known as ball and socket joint. So write the heading, ball and socket joint. So in this type of joint, two bones are attached with one another, where end of one bone is ball shaped and the end of another bone is your bowl shape or socket shape. So they will attach and this bone starts moving in 360-degree rotation. So the bones, the joint, in this joint, the bones are allowed to move in the 360-degree rotation. You can see in this picture, this is one bone whose head is ended in the form of ball, and this is another bone whose head is ended in the form of bowl or your socket. So this bone starts rotating. It can move in the 360-degree movement, 360-degree rotation. So this is called ball and socket joint. This is so write down the point of it. It will move in the 360-degree rotation. It allows the movement of the bone in 360 degree. Second point, it is present in the elbow region here and here. So the hips bone are attached by this type of joint, and the shoulder bones are attached by this type of joint. So the shoulder attached with the humerus. This bone is called humerus bone. The shoulder bone attached with the humerus by this type of joint. The humerus, head of the humerus, is attached with the glenoid cavity. The glenoid cavity by this type of attachment. Similarly, the femur attached with the hip or the girdle bone by this type of attachment. So example will be joint between shoulder and humerus and joint between hip or girdle bone, hips and femur. So by this type of joint, the hand can move in the 360-degree rotation like this. My hand is moving in the 360 rotation. This is due to the presence of ball and socket joint here. So now come to the third type of joint that is present in human skeletal system, that is called hinge joint. I have already told you that the hinge is present in the gate or the doors of our home, where the doors are able to open in one direction. Similarly, the joint which allows the movement of bones only in one direction, that is called hinge joint. So write down the heading, hinge joint. What is the main point of that? It allows the movement of bone in only to one direction. In case of our elbow, our hand is only able to move in this direction, not in the backward direction. Similarly, legs are also able to move in only one direction. So the point is, movement allowed in only one direction. The movement allowed only in one direction. This is the first point. Second point, where it is present? It is present in the knee and elbow. So the example will be joints of knee and elbow. Joints of knee and elbow are its examples. You can see that here it is only moving in one direction, not in the both directions. So this is called hinge joint. Similarly, like our doors are opening in only one direction. This is also. So now we will learn about the fourth type of joint that is present in human skeletal system. It is the fixed joint or immovable joint. It is still rigid from the very beginning of birth until the death of a person, if no any external force is applied to it. The bones which are attached by this joint are never moves. So this is called fixed or immovable joint. They are present in the skull bones. In our skull, which is known as the brain box, gives safety to the brain. So these skull box or the skull or the brain box is the combination of some bones, and these bones are attached to one another by the fixed joint or immovable joint. This is about the fourth type of joint, that is called immovable joint. So at the end of this video, we have completed the 4 types of joints and the movement and locomotion. So your work is that you have to make a chart of the human skeletal system and identify in which region which type of joint is present in between the bones. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Have a nice day.